We have a very unique product line for you today for Monday Madness, and we can ship right away. If you have ever been intrigued by paper piercing, we have a collection of goodies for you. Now, there are 4 things in this, but first, this is what you're going to make. So if this looks intriguing, and I have to tell you, it is super, super easy because the tools are right here. So let me show you what happens. There is first a kit, and the kit has this metal template. Every single one of these 4 pieces has a piercing pad, and this is what you use. You can see it's pretty thick, and this is what you use to pierce into your vellum or your cardstock or your paper. But this is the tool you need, so that's why it was so neat to get all of these together. Now, the tool, let's see, let me show you the tool. So the tool comes like this, and this, as you can probably tell, is the piercing part. It's sharp, it's like a needle. But what also happens is that I open up the end of it. I'm going to get 2 stylus in here, a very tiny one and then a broader one for doing dry embossing. Now, these can be fitted into the point of this simply by unscrewing, pulling that out, and inserting one of the dry embossing stylus. So it's a very compact tool and works very, very nicely. So let me get this back together and show you the other pieces. I'm going to leave these out for right now because I do want to demonstrate this to you in just a moment. So you saw the first one. This is part of the kit, and this is metal, so you can see the decorative edges around it, as well as all of those pieces. So you've got a bow, you've got corner designs, all kinds of lovely, lovely things. Now, you also have butterflies, perfectly done, and you can see this is a 4.5-inch square piece, as was this one, and you can see all of the butterflies there. The open areas are for the dry embossing, and I'll show you that in just a second. Now, in addition, you've got borders, and this is a 7.5-inch by 9.75-inch piece, and look at all of those beautiful, beautiful pieces. And they're all right there. Again, the piercing is all the little holes. The dry embossing are the more open areas. And last but certainly not least are frames. All of these, you can see they're nested in sizes. This too is a 7-inch by 9.75-inch metal template, including a piercing mat. So how do you do this? Well, let me show you this card up close and personal. So you can see this is the border that was done with the dry embossing. Of course, we added dazzles. Of course, we added ribbon. And as we get in even closer, so Victor, if you can get us all right in, and I just want you to be able to see the piercing because it's very delicate. You can see it on the border there as well as down there. You see the butterfly? Okay, so to do that, you get a piece of vellum. Now, we happen to have vellum for you. So if you don't have vellum or need a replacement, we've got it, and it's item number 4011630, and you're going to get, I believe this is 10 sheets, something like that, of 6x12 vellum. So I've just taken one piece out of here, and I'm going to do one of the little treatments. So I'm just going to take a moment to do this. We'll get it as close as we can. And I'm going to do the piercing. So you do want to secure the vellum to the piercing mat with some tape, some removable tape. And you simply do this. You just go right along. And I'm not sure if you can hear the click, but it's just very, very easy to do. It's kind of one of those tasks, kind of like coloring, that's very relaxing and very easy to do. You can see why you would want a metal template so that it doesn't pierce anything, and why those holes are just perfectly placed. And you just pop like that. Okay, now if I want to do the dry embossing, I'm going to take the stylus and I'm just going to press it. So I've got my vellum over my piercing pad, and then I'm simply pressing. You want to press a nice kind of strength to it, but you don't want to pierce obviously all the way through the vellum. So you can see it's turning white. So I'm going to take this and turn it over, and we can get in close. I think we can get in close. And there you have just a really pretty little decorative edge. Now, this one I went a little light, so if I wanted to do it darker, I would simply go back. I might put the template back in place and just go a little bit more to even that up. So there you go, just a really lovely look. Now, let me show you another project. So we're going to stay in close so you can see. So you saw the butterflies. This was on vellum that was placed on top of cardstock. And to attach it, sometimes that's a question. All you'll want to do is put glue under the areas that are dry embossed, because that will secure it down. And just wanted you to be able to see. There's also one of the little scalloped edges along the top. So really, really pretty. Now for another look, you can also do, and Debbie did both of these for me, you can also do it on cardstock. So we'll back up just a smidge, just to keep Victor going back and forth. And you can see the dry embossing and the piercing. And we have added the bird and cages engraved dazzles to this. And isn't that just lovely? So simple, so pretty. And boy, with all of the pieces that you get in this kit, you are going to be set for paper piercing for quite some time. And we do have it today at a super, super price. We'll back up so you can take a look at everything else. I want to remember that you get the tool, and you get 4 of the metal dies templates, as well as 4 piercing pads and that very useful tool. Only today, only here at paperwishes.com.